Bonjour ROG fans and welcome to today's ROG Music. We shall be discussing the incredibly hot topic of the fact that the harmonic minor scale is also a key. Now, first of all, we need to define a scale. A scale is a sequence of notes that is unique and not repeated anywhere else. More importantly, its structure is unique. So a major scale, for example, is made out of whole tones and semitones. Whole tone, whole tone, semitone, whole tone, whole tone, whole tone, semitone. And that particular sequence of whole notes and semitones only exists in a major scale. It doesn't exist anywhere else. So we can say, great, so that makes this. The major scale gives us the harmonic minor scale, gives us the bebop scale, the harmonic scale, all unique structures. So what's a key? Well, a key is made from a scale where, using the legendary 1, 3, 5 step, we can make any one of the 4 naturally occurring triads without altering any notes in the scale from each degree in the scale. So, for example, in C major, using the 1, 3, 5 method, we take the note C, we skip D because that's 2, and then we go to E, that's 3, skip 4, and then 5 is G, C, E, G, C major. And we then move to the next note, D. And we have D, and we skip the next one, and then which is E, so we skip the next one to give us F, skip the next one, which is G, skip the next one to give us A, 1, 3, 5. D, F, A, D minor, existing triad, all the way through the scale till we get to B, and we get B, D and F, which is B diminished. If anybody tells you it's B half diminished 7, they don't know what they're talking about, because that implies that the chord is made from altered notes in the scale and the B diminished chord naturally occurring triad in C major. So it is B diminished. And this brings us to the interesting farce that is the relative minor. Invented sometime in the 50s by the American Institute for Music. They decided to get rid of the traditional minor scale, the harmonic minor, and produce this unbelievable farce called the relative minor. And they said, oh well, if you C major, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, has a relative minor scale, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, which is exactly the same notes and exactly the same notes. It's not a scale, because a key as well. Another thing about a key is the chords that are in the key are unique in that sequence to that chord in that key. So in C major is the only key that has C major, D major, E minor, F major, G major, A minor and B diminished in it. Starting from any one of those chords in any sequence, it's the only one that has it. A minor, this false minor, this relative minor crap, has exactly the same notes and exactly the same chords as C major. It's the same thing. It's not a key. It is not a unique set of chords. They exist in C major. It just starts from a different note. It is a modulation, a mode of C major, based on the 6th degree of the scale called the Aeolian mode. The Aeolian mode. So it's the Aeolian mode, not a minor key. It's not unique, whereas the harmonic minor is a key. Why? Well, this is a question that the ROG has asked musical teachers for many years. Pray tell, which major or relative minor key has all 4 naturally occurring triads, major, minor, diminished, augmented? And they sit there and they ponder and they ponder and they ponder and they say, I don't know. Exactly. No relative minor has any of those as all 4. No major key has all of it. So why does the augmented exist? Because pre-1950 it did exist in the minor scale, the correct minor scale, the harmonic minor. The harmonic minor is a scale and a key. All 4 All four triads naturally occur in the harmonic minor without having to alter any notes. Not only that, the harmonic minor key doesn't have 7 chords, it's got 10 chords. 10, that's why for over 400 years it was the most popularly used scale, the most popularly used key. 10 chords is a lot more useful than 7, isn't it? Now let's just go through these chords. Taking E harmonic minor as our basis, our first chord is E minor, E, G, B, all naturally occur in the E harmonic minor scale using the 1, 3, 5 methodology. We've got E, F sharp, G, A and B. That gives us E minor. Second chord is F sharp diminished, because we've got F sharp, G, ignore that, A, yes, B, ignore that, C, yes, F sharp diminished. The third chord is G augmented. G, ignore the A, B, ignore the C, D, sharp, because it's a major 7, D sharp. You get one of the notes in E harmonic minor, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D sharp. So I have now G diminished. Next chord is A minor. A, ignore the B, C, ignore the D sharp, E, A minor. Next chord, B major. B, ignore the C, D sharp, ignore the E, F sharp. Next chord, C major. We have the C, ignore the D sharp, E, ignore the F sharp, G. Last chord, D sharp diminished. We have the D sharp, ignore the E, the F sharp, ignore the G, A. Those are the 7 standard triads existing in the E harmonic minor, or the harmonic minor scale, because it is a key. It is also a key. All 4, it's the only scale that has all 4 in, because it was the original minor scale. Originally, a lot of the Baroque people use it as a major scale, because there is a harmonic major, but that isn't a key, because you can't make from each degree of the scale using the 1, 3, 5 magic one of the 4 existing triads. Some of them have to be altered notes, so it's not a key. What about the 10 chords then? What about the 10 chords? Well, we've got the 7. Now, without altering any notes in the scale, let's have a little look at some of the other chords. If we look at A minor, we've got the A, we ignore the B, got the C, ignore the D sharp, got the E. Well, we also happen to have this D sharp, which means that suddenly we now also have a diminished naturally occurring in the key. A minor and A diminished. That's 8 chords. Let's have a look at C major. We have C, ignore the D sharp, we've got E, ignore the F sharp, got G, that's C major. Well, we have D sharp, which is a flat third. So we can also have C minor, naturally occurring, chord 9, C minor. And we also happen to have F sharp. So we can get rid of the G, have the F sharp, and have C diminished. We can have C major, C minor, C diminished, all naturally occurring triads inside the key without altering a single note. Well, that's 10 chords. That's just one of the many reasons why the harmonic minor scale is also a key. And if you will spend your time learning relative minor key shapes, you're wasting your time, because they're just modes. All you need to know is the major scale and played from the 6th degree, and you've got your relative minor rubbish. If you look at any music pre-1950 for Greensleeves, for example, which is in A minor, it always has a major 7th, the G sharp, because it's in harmonic minor, the true minor, which is also a key. And so all these people going on and say, oh, harmonic minor is not a key. Well, then explain to me how, using the same methodology that we create major chords, that we get all the chords from a major scale, using the same technique, we get all 4 triads naturally occurring from the scale, from based on each degree of the scale, without altering or skipping any notes. Because it's a key. If this isn't a musical conspiracy, then what is it? What is it? Why are they lying to us and saying that A minor, which has the same notes as C major, is a key when it isn't, because it's just C major, but a harmonic minor, which is a key, isn't? Thoughts down below. And don't forget, this isn't reality, it's YouTube.